Hey guys, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Hi, I'm here to film the Disney Descendants commercial.
Fine light in the beautiful sea. I'm in here by myself. Let me know, me baby, are you down? Can you let me know? But you was running never hold me.
A year or so.
I feel like you're worried that it's maybe been a little over 8 years.
How's your day going so far?
Oh, my day is going pretty good. I just woke up, got ready, did some things. Probably will do some things after those.
Okay, perfect. And do you have any plans for the weekend?
I do. I'm actually flying to New York. In exactly a week from now, I'm walking. Do you know New York Fashion Week?
Wow.
And
Yes.
so I'm gonna be like scheduling my flights and stuff this weekend and kind of getting everything set up.
Wow, is it your first fashion week?
I have walked LA Fashion Week before, but this is going to be my first time walking New York Fashion Week.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you.
My name is Bob. I'm from Madison Magazine, and this is the episode 25.
Okay. I'm actually from Brazil. I speak fluent Portuguese. Do you speak Spanish or?
Spanish.
¿Tú hablas español?
Wow.
Yeah, yo hablo un poquito español, mas yo soy brasileña. I'm from Brazil and I speak fluent Portuguese. So my family and I, we were in Brazil and we moved to Florida just to kind of get a better life in Florida. And then when we were there, my sister saw on Facebook an ad saying, "Do you want to be a model? Do you want to be an actor?" And we were like, "Oh yeah." So we went to the auditions for that, and then we went to a competition in New York City. And that was like a Models and Talent New York City competition, and I ended up winning Actress of the Year. So then I found my manager there, and she said, "Come with me 1 week to LA, and I'm going to try to set you up with an agent or something like that." And then we went here, and I found my agent, and then I've just kind of been living here ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really interesting. And I actually didn't know you also speak Spanish, besides Portuguese and English.
Yeah, es muy parecido, entonces yo consigo aprender.
Wow, that's really cool. Es muy impresionante, la verdad. Regarding your Disney Channel Descendants commercial, how was that? How did you come across with this amazing opportunity? Because I just saw your shorts on YouTube. It's more like 90,000 views, isn't it? It's so impressive.
Yeah. Thank you. My agent, actually my acting agent, he submitted me for this role, and I remember auditioning for it. It was just a basic audition, like a commercial audition. And then I remember I was sitting at a restaurant with my mom, my dad, and my sister. And then my mom was like, "Oh, you booked the commercial." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool," because it was being filmed in the Disney studios. And it was my first time ever going in the Disney studios. So then I get there, and it was so cool. I do have a video on TikTok on how it was to film the Disney Descendants commercial. And that video actually is what ended up me going viral. I got 8.6 million views on that video, so that's what kind of like started my social media TikTok career.
Yes, because I also wanted to ask you how you went viral on TikTok. Is it derived from this video, isn't it? Or did you create some sort of content different?
No, it was actually, as a matter of fact, this video, me talking about acting and talking about modeling and everything like that, people started to like my videos because I kind of offered something different. And then I kind of started going viral because of my acting videos, and every time I would do what it's like to get an agent, what it's like to be an actor, my videos would always go above the millions.
Oh, okay, like your personal experience acting and modeling as well, and that got you more than 100,000 followers. It's insane. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Wow.
Thank you.
And related to this, to language, to English, did you took so long to learn it? or was it easy?
I feel like since I was very young, I was 7.
Oh.
It was easier for me to learn English than it would be right now or for an adult. But I remember when I first moved to Florida, I spoke zero English, like nothing. I remember my parents like threw me into school and everyone was speaking English and I was like, what is this? And then everyone went to do the like Pledge of Allegiance, you know? And I was so confused. I was like, what does everyone say? Because in Brazil we don't do that. So then I had to kind of just learn English as I lived, like as I started living, and then I eventually did learn English.
And related to your experience filming, what would you say has been the coolest experience you have ever lived with filming, apart from modeling?
Oh, filming! Oh my gosh, I have so many cool filming. Let me think. I think there was. I just like. I did this role. I think it was like a couple years ago, and I'm not sure exactly when the release day is going to be. But I remember I did this role, and it was like a vampire role. So it was different than what I usually do, you know, because usually in acting it's just schoolgirl, stuff like that. So then when I had the opportunity to be a vampire and do all sorts of different things, I remember not me especially, but the people that filmed with me, they put contact lenses in and then they had the fangs. And I only became a vampire on the last episode because my boyfriend bit me on the last episode. So then that's when I become a vampire. But it was a really cool experience, especially because there were so many other kids my age, teenagers my age, so it was really fun.
Oh wow! We also wanted to know, how is one day of yours regularly? How do you organize your professional and personal things?
Yeah, I'm actually a student. I'm a full-time student. I go to school Monday through Friday, 8:30 till 2:40. I'm there like. I'm practically a regular student, and I will miss school a lot, especially when I fly to New York next week. I will be missing 2 days of school, then plus that weekend.
Okay.
And I have missed a lot of school in the past, but I've always been a really great student, and I've always been able to keep up with all of my work. So to answer your question, a day in my life, I would just kind of wake up. Do my breakfast, get ready, and I would wake up at 6:30 in the morning so I could get ready for school, and then I would go to school and I would spend the day at school, and then let's say it was a day that I had to film for React Studios, you know, React?
Yes, I also wanted to know about that. How is your experience with that studio? It's YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's React. There's this great, and I will tell you all about it. But so sometimes I leave early for school, and I go to the React Studios, and I spend my afternoon shooting there, and then I go to the gym. I'm very active, and I love to go to the gym. So then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll come home, and I'll kind of just do my night routine and stuff. So that's kind of a day in my life, Monday through Friday. But then if it's a day where I have to spend the whole day at set, then I will not go to school and I will just spend the whole day there.
Okay, that's fantastic. And what's the reaction of your fellow mates in school? Are they aware of your popularity and your acting and filming?
Yeah, my friends actually do follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. And actually, they sometimes like come up to me and show my videos, and they're like, "Carolina, like I saw your video." But a lot of them don't. Probably the close friends and the friends that I do have on Instagram know, but kind of sitting in the classroom at school, I feel like I have had some people come up to me and say that they recognize me, and I was like, "Oh, this is so funny," but a lot of them don't actually know, and sometimes they find out because I get a bunch of follows like from people from my school, so then I'm like, oh, and then I'll follow them back.
Wow. coming back to all of these React, how did you come across with this YouTube studio? Did they just send you a DM, or how was the process?
Yeah. I have a sister. My sister, she's 20, and she's an actress and a model as well. And she actually got casted for React first, and I wasn't on React because I hadn't got casted, but I remember her going and her talking about it and saying, "Oh my gosh, this is such a cool studio to film at." And then later, my agent actually ends up sending me an audition for React. And then I auditioned on their casting networks, on their site. And then I remember I booked it, and it was really cool because getting to do that with my sister as well. I've never actually been in an episode with my sister, but sometimes we're there on the same day. And it's really fun when you can have people to talk about it as well. And React, I feel like it's such a fun experience because it's basically you have fun. You react to fun things, and then create entertainment for other people, you know.
Yeah. And regarding your music videos, we would love to know about Trend Specific, Prisoner, Unstoppable, and Together. We can play this retrospective, my milestone. You can share us any experience from each video. We can start with Prisoner.
Yeah. Prisoner is actually a song that is a duet with both my sister and I. We're both singers, and it was during quarantine. And you know how during quarantine it was with the COVID virus, it was kind of a lot for all of us to handle. So every mental health started becoming a really big aspect of everything. So my sister and I were talking, and we thought, why don't we make a song together that focuses on the aspect of mental health? So we paired up with a songwriter and a producer, and we started working on the song. And then the video was actually really cool to shoot because the song is called Prisoner, right? The chorus is like, I'm a prisoner in my mind. So we went to an actual jail cell to film the video. And it was really cool because it was like a cool metaphor and analysis to it. But I remember filming the video was really cool because we were like in the jail cells, and then we actually went to, you know, a rain room. Like it's a room that like rains.
Wow.
So we were there, and it was really cool. It was my first time going on one.
Oh wow. Oh wow, that's really cool. That's really interesting for us to know. Excellent. And now Unstoppable.
Unstoppable was actually my first song ever that I ever released, and I did that, and I filmed it with my friends actually.
Wow.
I paired up with a songwriter, I paired up with a producer, and we started talking. Oh, what are some ideas? And I kind of wanted to make an anthem to bullying because I feel like a lot of kids struggle with that. So we made lyrics, and we did the song about like the bullying anthem and everything. And then I paired up with a music video producer, and we had the idea, oh, what if we get kids, like real kids from your actual school, and we film it at your actual school, and then you make the video. So it actually ended up happening that I filmed the video at my school, the school that I used to go in when I filmed the video.
At the time.
And then, yeah, at the time. And then I got my actual friends to be with me in the video, and it was a really cool experience because there was just so many people there, and we ordered like this big pizza for lunch for everybody, but it was really fun.
Excellent. Wow, that's really interesting. I also love it, that kind of content when it is related to high school and teens and all of that. I believe it's really cool, really awesome. And finally, Together.
Yeah, Together is actually a song I paired up with a French producer in France to make a song, and I remember he already had the original demo of the song, and he said this is more about the environment, this is more about wildfires and animals, that sort of type of song. So then I remember I paired with him, and I recorded here in Los Angeles, and then I sent it over to him in France, and he edited and did everything, and then he sent me the final song over here. And I remember with this specific video, I went to a beach to shoot, I went to this beautiful garden. It was more nature oriented for this video.
Oh, wow. And all of the three, what would you say is your favorite?
Oh, out of all of the three, I feel like I would say Prisoner is my favorite because that is my most recent song, but it's actually a song I feel really spoke to me at the time, and I got to film it with my sister, and we went to the rain room and the jail cell, and I really love that song. It is my favorite song that I have released.
Oh, excellent, Carolina. Thank you so much for sharing us these experiences, a retrospective by Madison. And now, if you want, we would love to play Quickies by Madison. Basically, you have to choose between two options, or you can give brief answers according to the question. Okay. Starting with Dove Cameron versus Sophia Carson.
Ooh, I have to pick one or the other. That's so hard because I remember I grew up watching both of them. I love both of them. But I feel like I would have to pick Dove Cameron because she was on Liv and Maddie and I remember watching her. And as much as I love Sophia, I feel like I would pick Dove.
Okay. Excellent choice. Another one, Disney Channel or Nickelodeon?
I grew up watching both of them, so that's crazy. But I feel like I would have to pick Disney Channel. That's just the classic Disney for all the kids, and there's just so many good movies and TV shows in Disney.
Wow, perfect. Dua Lipa or Taylor Swift?
Oh, wow. I feel like if I don't pick Taylor Swift, her fans are gonna come for me. She has a big fan base.
Yes.
I love Dua Lipa. I listen to her songs all the time. And I feel like if you asked me this question a couple of years ago, I would have picked Dua Lipa. But today I picked Taylor Swift. Okay.
Excellent choice. Excellent answers. For the Swifties. Yes. Another one. What makes you laugh the most?
Ooh, I feel like I would have to say people that are really close to me, my family and my friends. I always just have such a good time whenever I'm with them, and they can completely distract me and make jokes. So yeah, I would say that, and then also like videos on TikTok and on Instagram, YouTube. There's so many creators out there that make just such funny videos, so I would say them too.
Yes, they can be so much fun, especially with animals. They're so funny.
Yeah.
Another one, to play a good girl or to play a villain?
I would have to say play a villain. I feel like that's just way more fun. And actually with the series that I was talking about, The Vampire, I did play a villain, kind of bad girl in that sense. I feel like a villain is just so much more interesting because they are a villain, but then inside there's like this deep backstory about everything. So it's like really cool to discover all of that.
Oh, okay, excellent, Carolina. Another one, do you have a favorite place in the US?
I think I would have to say California, Los Angeles, where I live. I've been to New York before. Oh my gosh, no, actually. I would have to say Lake Tahoe in Nevada. Do you know Lake Tahoe? Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful place. My family and I, we did a road trip last summer to Lake Tahoe, and the water was just clear blue, and the water was warm too, and it was just beautiful in Lake Tahoe. So I would love to go back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is my belief that Lake Tahoe appears in a movie, in several movies, isn't it?
It's a very popular lake. Yeah.
Wow. It's gorgeous, excellent choice. And which place would you consider better for acting and modeling, LA or New York City?
I feel like modeling, I would say New York City because there's New York Fashion Week is really big, and especially why I'm flying to New York next week because of New York Fashion Week. But then LA, I would say for acting, everything basically happens here in LA. And a lot of people say if you want to be an actor, if you want to get into this acting industry, you have to move out here to LA. The auditions are here, the filming is here. And yes, there's some places that film in Canada and film that, but they always cast here. They always cast here in LA. So between LA and New York City, I would say live here in LA. It's way stronger for acting, and then also when it comes to modeling is stronger there, but then you can also get modeling jobs here in LA too.
Okay, excellent, because I actually didn't know that. And it's a regular question I ask to other guests in this episode.
Yeah.
Excellent. Another one. Do you have a favorite place outside the US?
Oh, you glitched a little bit. Can you repeat that?
Yes. Do you have a favorite place outside the US?
Yes, I would say Brazil. That's where I'm from. That's where I lived practically my whole life. Especially in Brazil, I would say my aunt's house, because I just have so many fond, good memories of being there with all of my family. So I would say my aunt's house in Brazil.
Okay.
Oh, of living. Oh, here.
The food or the family?
I would for sure say my family, number one. I do try to keep in touch with them through Instagram and through phone and FaceTiming and all the time, but it's not the same. When you're in person, it's a different type of connection. And I do, my family and I, my family and I, we do try to go back to Brazil whenever we can to talk to my family and things like that. But then I also kind of miss just the Brazilian culture. Brazilian people are different. They're more animated and they're more excited and things like that. So I do miss that warm culture. And we do have a lot of friends here that are from Brazil that we talk with all the time and we're really close friends with. So it's great because then it reminds me of my culture, you know?
Oh, okay, excellent. Yes, it can be really hard, and especially the family and the closure you have to. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing us as well. And I was about to ask you if you knew another language besides English, but you just improve it.
Oh, yeah, I know English, I know Portuguese. My first language is Portuguese, and then I also know Spanish.
And what's your favorite food?
Ooh, I would say Brazilian food is my favorite. Brazilian cuisine is my top number one. Then I would say Italian is my number two. Yeah, so those are going to be my top two. But Brazilian food, I love picanha, which is a meat. Yeah, I don't know if you know it. But then I love stroganoff, which is a dish where there's meat and it's in a pink sauce and you mix it and you eat it with rice and little potato chips. That's a very popular dish in Brazil too. And then I also love acai, you know, acai.
No.
Like acai bowls, like the purple fruit, you know?
Hi, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I also love that too.
Okay. Who's your role model?
I think I would say my sister. She's 20 years old. And I look up to her a lot. We have different things going on in our lives, but I always kind of admire how she deals with everything and how she's very strong. So I would have to say my sister. I don't really have a role model outside celebrities. Because I feel like living in the entertainment industry, you meet all these famous people and celebrities and you realize that they're just normal people, and that sometimes like you don't really want to be idolizing them. So I think I would have to say my sister, yeah.
Wow, excellent choice, and actually one of the coolest answers I have ever received when I performed this question. Yes. And do you have a favorite quote? Like a line, maybe?
Oh, I love quotes. I have them all around me.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of my favorite ones. I think one of my favorite ones would be, look in the mirror, that's your competition.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of the times we tend to compare ourselves to other people, And especially me living here and being in the entertainment industry, you're always constantly comparing you and your friends and who booked this and who didn't. And I feel like it's really important to know that you are your own competition and that you always have to strive to be better than yourself and not anybody around you.
Wow, that's a really strong, a really powerful quote. And regarding all of this, how important would you consider mental health nowadays regarding this industry?
Wow, I would say it's top number one. The most important thing is your mental health, because at the end of the day, if you are not mentally well when you're doing everything, there is nothing to do really. So I would say that the most important thing is to always take care of yourself. If you don't feel like going to an event, it's okay to say, hey, you know what, I don't think I'm going to be there. I think I'm just going to stay home, because it is very important. Your mental health is always the top priority, and you need to make sure you're always well.
Exactly. Yes, I totally agree with you, because tourist threat from pandemics. It's insane how.
Yeah, the pandemic.
Yes, exactly. And we also, if you could give a message to your past self, what message would you love to give?
I think about this a lot, actually. What I would say to my younger self. I see this question all the time on social media, and I think I would have to say to let it go and not live in the past, and not live in the future, but rather live in right now, because all we really have is right now. To be present as much as we can, because I feel like a lot of the times we tend to live in what happened or live in what can happen, but really all we really have is right now. You are living right now, and this is your life. So to just really be present, because at the end of the day, you're going to remember the memories that you had once you were present.
If you had to choose between travel to the past or to the future, which one would you choose?
I feel like I would say travel to the future. It would just be really cool to see everything in the future, especially because one day we're all going to die. So I would want to know what happens after, and have that insight. But then at the same time, I feel like with the past, what's happened. I did things for a reason, so I don't really feel the need to go back, because everything happens for a reason. And maybe that one little thing that I did in the past made me be here where I am now, so I wouldn't want to change that.
Wow, excellent. I also loving it as well. Wow, so cool. Interesting answer. And also wanted to know if you have a favorite movie and song right now.
I feel like my favorite song, do you know the artist Chris Brown? No? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I have so many favorite songs, but right now I love his song Summer Too Hot by Chris Brown. I listen to it all the time. And then I would say movies. I love the Harry Potter franchise movies. I also love Jurassic Park, that movie. I love action movies like Jumanji, things like that. I love a good action movie.
Okay. And finally, we would love to know if you have any other upcoming projects besides this New York Fashion Week, which I believe is so impressive.
I feel like I'm always in the acting industry, and I'm always auditioning, and I do have a couple roles right now that I'm looking forward to in the future, which I can't really say much, but that's really exciting. And then, of course, with New York Fashion Week, that's probably the biggest thing I'm super excited for right now. It's going to be a really great opportunity, a great boost for my modeling career to go to New York and get the opportunity to walk in New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
So that's going to be really exciting. And then with music as well, I feel like not currently, but in the future, hopefully, I feel like I will make more songs in the future. Hi, Madison community. My name is Carolina Rezende. I had such a fun time being interviewed today. Don't forget to watch this video. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Sending love.
Wow, thank you so much. for the opportunity, Carolina. You have been such a delightful guest. I actually learn from each guest I have on these episodes, and I actually learned a lot from you. And I am really happy and so pleased for you to be walking the New York Fashion Week. It's bananas. It's insane.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really thankful for it too. Oh yeah.
Thanks. Just right.
Yes, exactly. I actually I was in a Super Bowl commercial this last Super Bowl. I don't know if you,
Yes.
yeah, I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram, but I posted it then. It's very exciting, and I feel like a goal of mine in the future too would be to be one of the dancers for the Super Bowl. You know?
Wow.
So
Wow.
I feel like dancing is one of the things that I do the least out of, but I want to get more into it, and hopefully one day I can be the dancer for the Super Bowl halftime show performance, you know? Yeah, thank you so much. I really had a great time.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I will talk about you. I will recommend you because I feel like you're a very sweet person, and I love the interviews that you do.
Wow. Thank you so much, Carolina. Okay,
Bye.
thank you so much for your time. Bye.
Bye.